We're here. And y'all, we've been trying to get here for a minute. I have a little delay. That's part of our technical problem. But we're gonna continue. I'm gonna let Alicia kind of hold it down a little bit until my voice catch up with my. It was catching up, Alicia. I think we get.
I think we're rolling.
Okay. So we're gonna get into it before I start to delay again. Hello, community. This is your girl, Kara James, the executive director of the F.I.N.D Design Organization. We are, as always, turning up to be able to engage with our community, with our heroes, are helping to elevate and restore our sisters out there. And we just love to tap in and just commune with you all. I have a special guest, the lady that's behind the scenes, that's partnering with me to run the show. And I'm so excited for her to be here with me today. Anytime that we can hang out with you all and kind of, if we could fist bump. Oh, is it that way? Okay, that way.
Yeah, wait. There it is. Okay, wait.
Okay,
This way. Okay. Now we
whatever.
got it.
So as you can see, I have our chairwoman of the board, Alicia Curry, who is hanging out with us. It's so you all have the privilege of seeing the staff and myself front and center all the time in the community, but you all oftentimes don't get to see the behind the scene crew. We have a solid crew of 8 beautiful women that just holds it down, help lead this organization, strategize, come up with the planning of the organization, the structure, the strategy. And so I wanted to bring one of them here. You've met her before, and I don't have to, I think, introduce her. I think I did a little bit already, but this is my girl, Alicia Curry. Let's give her a little bit of hand.
Right.
And done, done today.
Yes. Hey,
How are you
everybody.
doing, Alicia?
I am good. I am good. I'm excited to be here as always. Y'all know I like to say, extroverted extrovert. So as soon as you give me a mic, watch out because I'll probably talk your ear off a little bit. But no better way to come on live than to have the opportunity to make sure that people are aware, continue spreading the word about the amazing work that you have done by founding such an amazing organization. Anyone that has worked in school districts across the country, it knows how difficult it is, one, to support children, two, to remain in compliance and correct and have curriculum and programs that support not only kids but also their parents as kids go through growth. And so if you layer on top of that struggle that we know, what has come of the pandemic, what has come out of just the everyday struggles that parents and teachers and students alike are all facing, to be able to stand behind an organization that is able to partner and walk alongside with all three of those groups, with no fail, with the consistency that's needed to actually foster and support our kids, to help them to thrive and grow, which is what all kids deserve, and especially young girls of color. I think that is really a testament to, one, what you guys what we've been able to do as an organization, but two, just what has been able to come out of your brainchild, that you have you to know someone that has had the tenacity to be able to start something and see it all the way through. We're rolling into year 8 now, so this is not anything new. This is not anything, and to be able to see you get your flowers, I think, is super important to me as the chairperson of the board. Okay, yeah, right. Real flowers, yeah. Exactly. So flowers to represent the flowers you deserve, because it is no easy feat, in normal circumstances, let alone kind of where we are headed. So I'm just super excited to be here, and to continue to help make sure that we keep that foundation and keep the momentum going, so we can reach more girls. We have, are blessed to be in a situation where we've got the wait list wazoo because of the amazing work that this organization has done within metro schools, and knowing that there is a need, and having, too many people, honestly, that need to have assistance, that need these programs in their schools, because of what they're able to see this program has done for the schools that we are able to serve. And so I'm just, like I said, I mean, you give me a mic and I'm gonna keep rambling like
I mean,
don't give me
you know,
right.
that's what we do. That's
Yep.
what we do. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. It is a collective effort, right? And I always talk about, and I know Alicia has heard this many times, that, you know, while we are co-founders and we had the privilege of birthing this mission, right? This is a community baby, right? It took a community and a collective to do and have the success that we have. So thank you so much for, again, giving us our flowers, literally. But also, it's been so many people behind the scenes, different board members, volunteers, staff, that have contributed to the success and the ongoing success of the organization. So thank you. You are doing an amazing job. I mean, taking us to another level. You have truly done that as chairwoman here. Just taking us to another level. Your passion, your commitment, it reflects. It starts from the top and it trickles down. So thank you. We are so excited. And this is how we do. This is the culture of our organization. We don't come on here fronting and acting like no, this is truly what we try to cultivate in this space. We believe that servicing Black women and other women of color starts at home. So we're very intentional about starting with the staff, starting with the board, showing culture in the mix. You're going to always see culture with us because we are proud of who we are and what the long list of lines of ancestry that we come from. We don't hide it. And so we want to show up and be authentic in this space as we teach, right? It would be hypocrisy if we showed up any other way. I don't even know how I got on that topic,
Hey,
but
because
clearly
it's
it was
real.
supposed to come out. So I'm like,
Real.
again, as you can see, we are super excited. I know that the messaging has our other board member, Shameka Smith, who was coming in. She had an emergency at the last minute. So again, this is how we show up. I had made a quick text and bam, Alicia was able to come through, and we're excited to have her. We want to talk about this initiative. I talk out of time, but we want to talk even more. You're going to see us a lot over the next 24 hours. We'll go through the schedule and what that looks like. We have a bunch of different twisted turns and surprises and releases that we will engage you all in. We're here too. We can see your chat. So if you want to commune with us, talk to us. That's why we on live. Drop us a chat so we can talk with you and answer any questions. But yes, it's the big payback time. I think this is like our 5th year participating in the big payback. Last year we raised almost $30,000. We surpassed our $20,000 goal, raised 30,000. You all showed up and showed out, and we do not even think twice about you all showing up for the cause this year. This year we come in a little bowl, and that's what it be, right? For $50,000, I just believe, and whatever that looks like, right? I believe that we're going to ensure that 100 girls go through our Fly Girl program next year. That's a 9-month program that circulates throughout the school year. We're going to be at 10 locations next year, so we're starting to come out of this COVID space, and we're really excited about that. We actually have 22 schools on our waiting list, 22. So that tells you, as Alicia just discussed, the need for services and programs, and we're here to fulfill that need. We're answering the call for Black girls and other girls of color as it centers their healing, their voice, as it centers the services they need to thrive and just have joy, right? We deserve to have joy. And I could go on and on about the stories. This is not an easy job. And I would be remiss if I do not shout out the staff members at the F.I.N.D
Yes.
Design. Let me be clear, y'all.
Okay.
I got the best staff on this side of Percy Priest Lake. I'm trying to tell you. I mean,
On
because
all the sides of the lake.
all the sides of the lake, right? Because you all do not see what they have to carry going into these spaces every single day. They have to show up as mothers, counselors, as friends, and all of that. They have to fill gaps that only they know they have to fill, and the girls that they serve, to be able to walk this walk alongside of them. So that we're going on the journey with them, alongside of them, and to see the heaviness sometimes it entails when you're hearing the broken stories of some of the girls that we served. I can go on and on talking about the stories. In 2022, where we're still at, so having this frustration and this understanding, this excitement of, yes, we've came a long way, but also we have a long way to go. We have a very
Mm-hmm.
long way to go. And so I just want to shout out Janisha. I want to shout out Destiny. I want to shout out Shelly, Sharice, and Camille for standing in the gaps of these young ladies that we serve. You all just do amazing job. Just deep bow of gratitude and
Yes.
honor to the sisters that represent the F.I.N.D design. Alicia, you want to add anything to that?
Man, I mean, I think you said it. The only thing I would add is just the many of the success stories, and kind of everyone has their own version of what it looks like to be congratulated for shouldering struggle. And what our job is, as we help these girls, is to make sure that they are aware that they're not alone, to make sure that they are able to see into their own future by seeing others that have gone before them, and to craft a path that is not strife with struggle for them as much as we can. A lot of times, you, especially as teenagers, like that's just the general teenage struggle, just,
Yeah,
without any obstacles or barriers, is trying to find your way in the world. And you add on top of that all of the societal expectations for Black women as they come of age, to just be accepted to, or expected to accept
yeah,
struggle as a part of your life, and to be expected to become strong just because you're gonna have to go through everything. And that is just that's not the case. It shouldn't be the case.
shouldn't be.
And what that's what our organization is really all about. And I think if I had to add anything else, the only reason I owe all of my success to people that walked before me and
Yeah,
made sure that I had a path carved for me and was able to see it for myself. And if you don't have people around you that can show that to you, then that makes it that much more difficult. And so, like Kara just mentioned, our staff, just to have people that are willing to stand in that gap and to walk alongside these girls is priceless, honestly. And to for us to get our girls to be able to see and realize their potential, because one thing is to never see it, it's
yeah,
another thing to just see it, it's another thing to believe that you can reach it, and then yet another thing to start working toward that. And that
that
is
part.
that is what we are here for. That is what our staff works daily and tirelessly toward. And that is what we are here to support, and what we are asking for your help in supporting.
Absolutely.
100 girl, and like Kara said, I mean, we shooting for the stars, and shooting for the stars means or shooting for the moon, land among the stars, or y'all know the phrase I'm talking about. All of that, we okay. Listen, we're shooting for above, and beyond, because
Yeah,
again, like we believe in what this program stands for, what it does, and we know the impact that it has, and that impact is very visible, and has gotten us to the place where you have a wait list of 22 schools. Like, that doesn't just happen because there's
yeah,
nothing there. There's something there, and we are asking for support, unabashedly, unapologetically, asking for support and helping us to continue this mission, and to make it among the stars, and help our girls become the stars that we know that they are,
yeah.
through this program. So
You hit on a lot of nuggets in that space. And I think I want to emphasize just, we always talk about Black women's struggles, right? And resilience. I don't think we talk about just who they are, right? The resilience, yes, all of that. But we're talking about, I look at our young people and I think about everything that they've had to survive. And to show up as a seventh and eighth grader with intellect and talent and all the things that they bring to the table, like you said, despite of going home and somebody might be creeping in their bed at room at night. Let's be clear, it's real out here. And to continue to show up in a space like despite all that and smile and laugh and be creative. This past weekend we went into the studio. A lot of you all saw that, and you all see me hype. It really didn't have nothing to do with the studio. I literally was emotional watching them. We had just gave them this song like an hour before we got there. And I know some of the background and the stories, right? And to see them show up in the space, like just killing it, not even half
mhm.
stepping, coming in, like heard the beat, it just shows you who they are. and what they bring to the table. And if people could see that of who they really are, not from their responses to some of the trauma that they go to. A lot of times we're looking at the response and not looking at who they are. If you
their
can focus
existence.
on who they are, baby, let me be
Mm-hmm.
very clear. They came and ripped it. And I'm like, boom. I mean, the smile, the laughter, just being able to be a kid. You don't realize how much of them have a responsibility of being mothers, being caretakers, having to feed their siblings, having to babysit while their mothers work in the night shift. They have to show up. It's real. They're falling asleep in class because they haven't slept. Not that they're being defiant oftentimes. And so we could just dig in a little deeper. We can see the trueness of who they are. You know, I was thinking about one of my favorite movies. Why did it just slip my mind? It had Sister in there. Y'all help me out. There was a singing group. Oh, child, that's one of my favorite movies. They redid
What, Sister Act? You talking
no,
about
they
the?
did it with Whitney Houston. Oh, are you
Oh, I'm
serious?
terrible with movies. You're asking the wrong person.
Help a sister out. The sister and
Yeah.
they sung, and it was back in the day, and they remade it with Whitney Houston. But anyway, one of the taglines, I know y'all gonna drop it for me, is she said, "I'm trying to fly with a broken wing," right? And I think about that with our girls, how they're flying with a broken wing. And let's be clear, they're not broken. I'm thinking of the system that's broken, right? The historical trauma that has been passed to them that has created this space for them to respond in a way in generational patterns. They're not broken. The system is broken. And the fact that they're flying with a broken wing, like, yo, let's be clear, that's deep. That's deep.
Hello.
And so 8th grade, this is about little girls that are being adultified and criminalized, right? And so when we talk about the services and what we're attempting to do, we're not, I wish we could come in, Alicia, act like we're doing so much. We're just seeing them for who they are. That's it. We're expecting for them to act right. We're expecting them to show up as their authentic self. They know how to act. They know what power, they know what's in them. It's just a matter of pulling it out of them. So yeah, we special. Don't get it twisted, right? But we really just we're just really helping them pull out what they already have. And so that's what we do at this organization. We can recognize these young people because we see ourselves. It's a reflection of who we are. Exactly. And so that's why the services are so important. The safety of the space is so important. And that's when you were safe, just think about it. When you feel safe, what you're permitted to be and how you are permitted to act and feel, right? And so we provide safety. We provide words, micro affirmations, right? That's what we
wait. Can we put a pin right there? So not microaggressions, micro affirmations.
Affirmations, really
micro affirmations, like that's I need. Yeah, everybody needs that in their vocabulary. Add that and stop trying to.
Affirmations. You're constantly affirming who they are. Just like if you say they bad, I can go to a story from back in the day because I was that child. Shout out to Mama Ernestine. She'll tell you I was that child that had a reputation before I even came to the class. And so being eight in the 8th grade, when you are told you're something, right? And you're being told she's bad, I was going to show up just like that. You know, that's what
they were expecting from you.
Right. Now you expect me to act this way. And some of y'all out there probably remember that, Kira. You expected me to show up that way. So in my mind, okay, I'm supposed to show up that way. So I would have, I heard about you. We talk about you. I heard that. So I had to show them what they expected. But guess what? It was those teachers, shout out to Miss King, I hope she listens to this, that expected me to come higher, expected my behavior to be higher, expect me to show up in a space, intellectual, smart, creative, all those things of who I was. And that's how I showed up in those spaces too. So what are we expecting from our young people? We at the F.I.N.D Design believe we're going to expect them to come in and show up who they are. And we get that. You know, we get a lot of times, Alicia, they don't act like that around us. Why not? That's the question, right? Because the child is the same. So why not? That's what I want to ask. But anyway,
Mm-hmm.
so we going on. We got about 9 more minutes. I'm excited, as you can.
So excited.
If I'm not acting like this, y'all gotta check on your girl because it's truly my personality. My girls say that too. Like Miss Kara, always on 10. I am always on 10. When you're able to do what you know you were put on the earth to do, when when you're able to
Listen,
walk
you preaching tonight. This is what happened. This is what's happening right now. I just want to make sure everybody's aware.
clear, I always say it's a sad situation when you don't do what you were put on the earth to do. Because when you do, I mean, I am not gonna apologize for this excitement to be have the honor and the privilege to serve these young people, allow them to serve us is what we love to do. And we have a staff and a board full of passionate, I'm just representing my staff and board, full
Yeah.
of passion, to have the courage to go into some spaces and advocate for these young people. It's just a beautiful thing. And we want you all to continue your part of us. It's the big payback, y'all. Let's wrap it back around. It's the big
It is.
payback,
It
y'all.
is.
And
Right.
we're here with the intentionality for you to assist us. And it doesn't have to start at funding. We want you to be engaged. We said this is a community baby. This is just as much as your baby as it is ours. When Black women and girls and other girls of color are good, the community is good. Let's be clear about who they are. Think about the women in your life and how they show up. When we are good, you are good. And so we want to cultivate and make sure that they can show up so that we all good, that our communities, our schools, our nation is good. And that's why we're here. Alicia, you want to say anything before I show the schedule for
Man,
these
listen,
24
you said
hours?
it. I'm still stuck on this micro affirmations thing. I'm excited about about the new vocabulary term that I get to help people replace because it matters. One, and we have talked about a lot of different things over the last 20 minutes, just creating spaces, creating ways um for our girls to be able to exist and but that micro affirmations piece is a very important piece I want to make sure people don't miss, which is we're helping to change their inner voice.
Yeah.
And that is like I I don't even know if I can follow that up with just anything else other than like imagine being in a space where your inner voice has always been negative because
Mm,
everyone has always expected and everything that you have ever heard has been you are not enough,
yeah.
and that our organization helps people change their inner voice, and that is something that cannot be over explained.
Yeah. That's
So I'm just glad to be here and to have that to take and be repeating over and over again, because it's important, and that's the you hear it in different ways, as you start to kind of learn about your own upbringing, right, or just about how children develop. But I think that helping to change an inner voice from negative to positive is a huge undertaking, one, but also a huge a path changing, a life changing opportunity, and that is in supporting this organization. That is what you are supporting, and that's I'm just I'm just glad to be in a room. Okay, like I just
well, that is amazing. It's real. You dropping nuggets, sis. You dropping nuggets. It's so important um,
hmm
for this work, and we tend to be kind of behind the scenes. I think more so now we're starting to come because people, kind of know who we are because of our work. But we just like to get down and dirty. I mean, you could see me at any time out there picking up paper with the. I mean, that's just who we are. We embody culture. We embody the village mentality where I really try to lead from the middle, right? Like we are all
hmm
empowered to do this work. We all have the journeys. We've all had the stories that's similar. We know what we're doing. And it doesn't mean we don't have curriculum and that we don't have systems and we don't have processes, but we also have heart. And that's
hmm
what I love about this organization. Shout out, I see a couple of our people out there. We have Jessica. Shout out to Juvenile Court. That's one of our partners. Deep bow to you, Jessica, for being such an amazing court partner that allows us to come into the court system and really provide programming to girls. We're one of the very few organizations that focus on Black Black girls and other girls of color here in Middle Tennessee. And we have some exciting stuff just coming down the pipeline. We're really being able to be positioned to do widespread impact nationally. So hey, the fine design may be coming to a city near you. So don't count us out. We've been asked to come all across the world, and the vision is to make that happen. So before we go, we got a couple of more minutes. I want to share with you all before we go, just a little rundown of what you're going to see for the next 24 hours. It's almost time. We got 3 minutes before we officially kick off. I checked last time. We already had, Alicia, over 30 people that have already donated. Like, let's give it up to you.
Yes.
Before
Yeah.
we
And if
even
look, all the folks that contributed to my campaign last year, I'm the thank you emails and the $5 more emails are coming as well very shortly. So if you have not already contributed, yeah, they will also be hearing from me. I will be a squeaky wheel because again that's just I believe that much in this mission, and you're gonna hear from me for the next 24 hours. So let's
get
do
ready,
it.
get
So
ready,
yeah,
get
let's
ready. Yeah.
run down this timeline, and then we'll get started.
Yes, I want to highlight. So, coming up at 7 o'clock, we will drop our first version of our new Fly Girl anthem. We're so excited. You'll be able to hear from the girls, hear them in the studio. A video will be coming, and you will have the opportunity soon to purchase the song and allow those funds to go towards the fine design. So, check our song out. You will see the Understood the Assignment video that will be coming out, not the official video, but just the compilation of different photos and just seeing who we are. Throughout the night, you'll have opportunities just to see visuals of the last 7+ years of us in service. So we want you all to check that out from 6 to 7 next in the morning. We'll have some wellness tips that came directly from our board member, Nicole. From 8 to 9, we're going to highlight one of our influencers who we actually have on the staff here. If you do not know Janisha Harris, please search her and see
Yes,
all the
ask
amazing
about her.
just ask about Janisha, all the amazing things that she's done in the community around civil rights and fighting for the culture. And so let's check her out, and she'll be live and engaging with you all. From 9:15 to 9:30, you'll hear about our summer program. I'm Bossy. From 9:45 to 10, we'll have Fly Girl Magic Spotlight. Opportunities to volunteer with F.I.N.D. We have comedian Kelly coming to the stage from 10:30 to 11:30 to help get out the word. Check us out. We'll have a post about these individuals so you can check them out at noon tomorrow. And I'm speeding, but I don't have to. Let me slow down. I was trying to get to 6, but just rewatch if you need to fast forward. We're gonna slow it down just a little bit because I want you to receive this information. From 12 to 1, we have Dr. Andrea Joseph, one of our board members and an assistant professor at the University of Tennessee, that will be doing a live presentation on the criminalization of Black girls and just giving you some data on why these services and our programs are so needed, and just really, really highlighting the data around Black girls here in the state of Tennessee and nationwide. So really, really tap into that. We'll have more information. We're going to come to you live from Jerry Baxter Middle School, with some of our girls will just be engaging with you, just talking about their experiences. We'll have interviews from 2:30 to 3:30. And then if you can join us, we have a small little intimate gathering at iStudios Nashville. Shout out to Robert Sherrill for providing that space and helping us, just give us space to just engage and just commune as an organization. So if you can stop by or just send us some love, we will be happy to engage with you on tomorrow. Okay, that's what I have. Check us out. This is posted. You'll be able to see it. We have tons of opportunity. It's 6 o'clock, y'all. So that means we are officially in big payback season. Let's get it. Share this content that we will be providing to you. Invest in this organization. Get your friends and family members. No good deed is left unseen. I think I just remixed that, and maybe it may say something else, but I'm gonna say
I feel like that works. I had a
no good deed is left unseen, unheard, undone, and all of that. We see you and we hear you and we appreciate you. Alicia, can you take us away with some last minute just thank you?
Man, I think the last minute, I like to focus on nuggets. The first thing is the hearing you go through that rundown. To me, all I see is it sounds like it's a party. That's that's basically what that's basically what this amounts to. So pick a time, anytime. Join us. Make sure that you are sharing all the pieces that you see come out. These kids have worked extremely hard to make sure that we have success over the next 24 hours and making sure that we're able to support them over the next several months. Again, that summer program Kara mentioned, also super important. And everything that we do, we our intent is to provide this free of charge. So this
Yeah.
is not something that you sign up for and you got to get on a wait, like a some sort of payment plan to be able to attend. We are our mission or part of our mission is to provide these services for free because existence should not be
Mm,
a struggle. Like that's just I
absolutely.
don't know how else to say that. And really, it doesn't necessarily need to be repeated, especially for Black women, because this is all we have ever heard is that your value is in your struggle, and that is not true. And that is what
Mm,
we are out to change. And that is that, outside of our the mission to create safe spaces is the mission to change inner voices and to
mm,
change perspectives on what what it means to exist as a woman of color in anywhere in outer space where if they build a Mars station and we end up out there too, like I want to be there without struggle. I don't
uh,
want there should not be a space in the universe that we have to be struggling just to be seen. And
mm,
I think that is, if I had a last word,
mm.
that is what this organization is about. That is what we do on a daily basis, day in and day out for these girls. And we are making a difference and we'll continue to do so. And we'll be ever so thankful for your support
Yeah.
in helping us to achieve that and to continue to spread that impact. Um, yeah, so changing inner voices and making an impact. I mean, I don't
Yes.
know. I don't know what else to give y'all.
That you gave us a lot, Alicia, and I appreciate your presence in this space. Everything I'm echoing and dittoing, everything Alicia just said. The information is right, it's scrolling below. We real fancy now, y'all.
I know.
It's scrolling below. www.thebigpayback.org. The Fine Design is where you can make your donations. Again, you have opportunity. If you can't donate, there's opportunities to volunteer. If you email volunteer at the Fine Design, you'll get the findesign.org. You will get a response and have opportunities to volunteer with the organization. And last but not least, I would say if you cannot volunteer, if you cannot donate, what I charge you to do is review how you treat the Black women in your life. We can start there. And this is not a white problem, a Black problem, a man, a woman. This is a call to action for all. How are we showing up in spaces and treating the Black women in our life? We can start there and all do our individual work to shift the mission. We want to really get to the point, y'all, that we don't have to be here, right? That's the goal,
Mm,
right? So we get to the point where we are healed, we are able to feel, and we're able to deal and respond in a healthy way. That's the goal. That's the real goal. So how we show up and how we get to that goal is starting first with our individual work, and ask me who I'm talking to, you and me, right? And then how can we ensure that we are respecting, hearing, seeing, and treating Black women as they deserve. That's the goal, right? So I thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you for showing up in this space. I'm thanking you in advance for donating and investing and engaging with this organization. Stay on the lookout for the next 24 hours. We'll be checking in. You'll see our face often, but we hope that you just choose the Fine Design as the organization that you want to support during the big payback. Thank you. Deep bow of gratitude and honor. And thank
I
you. Enjoy your evening.